Hi, I'm Carmen Ekdahl, also known as the Cop Coach, and I do coaching, speaking, and training for first responders around mental and emotional well-being. So one of the questions that I get a lot is, what is coaching? So let's break it down. Coaching is about where are you today and where do you want to be and how can we get you there. It's who do you need to be to get there, what actions need to happen, and what are the things that are getting in the way. Where are you feeling stuck or can't quite identify what it is that you want, or where it is you want to go, or what it is that is holding you back. We work to identify those things and come up with action plans and things that you can do and questions that you can work through to get to the other side. So here are a few examples. Outside of the first responder world, you'll see a lot of athletes who use coaches, and I'm not talking about their regular sports coach, but a life coach, if you will, or high performance coach that helps them increase their mental agility so that they can focus on the things that they need to and understand their belief system, understand their values, understand how to manage the inner critic voice that comes into their heads. Also, executives or people in the corporate world use coaches for how to better be a leader in their work environment, or how to manage certain personnel issues, or what kind of leader do they want to be, what kind of team do they want to create. So how that would translate into the first responder world, which is what I specialize in, is the unique needs of first responders. So for example, relationships can be a little bit trickier to manage because of the hours and expectations of first responders. An ER nurse may feel like they live in such a responsive, reactive mindset all the time on go, 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 that it's hard for them to bring it down. It's hard for them to find ways to reconnect. It's hard for them to find ways to be proactive in other areas of their life because they are so used to being in a responsive, reactive mode all of the time. So that's something that we would coach around. A police officer who's frustrated with the internal politics of the work, or just exhausted from the lack of sleep and the expectations, and dealing with the media and cultural scrutiny that has been facing law enforcement for the last couple of years or last several years. So there may be frustration around that, how to deal with the specific stressors that you face. A firefighter maybe has worked at a station for several years and is trying to figure out what's next. Where do I want to go in my career path? I love being on the front lines, but I also want to advance. And so how do I manage that? And what are my values around it? What's most important? How do we manage life in the first responder world and life outside of it? What do you do with those stressors and anxieties that you face that the typical layperson wouldn't face? Life or death decisions, a level of stress that most people don't encounter. Maybe a police captain or major or even chief is dealing with a law enforcement, dealing with officers that are suffering from burnout, or have lots of court cases, or have specific things with the press that need to be addressed, and how does that leader want to show up for the officers and manage public relations and officer burnout and expectations on them, politically and otherwise. So those are just a few examples we deal with or talk about in coaching. And there is the who do we want to be as a person and show up, and the impact we want to have in the world, and what do we need to do? What are the actions that we need to take? So it's deepening the learning and forwarding the actions. And I would love to talk with you further about it. Reach out anytime. You can go to my website at www.cop-coach.com. www.cop-coach.com. Thank you.